Hello, Austin from Wage Tree Service. This is Joel from Magnet Marketing SEO. I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can beat your competition online. And the first thing we'll talk about is content. So I'm on your page, which is actually your Facebook homepage. And if you guys do have some of your info here with some of the jobs that you've done. I don't see a website other than your Facebook one. So I can actually go ahead and jump into kind of just the Google page. So typically on a regular page, I'd like to see about 1,500 words of content. The reason for that is because Google kind of has a algorithm that all searches show up in, and it basically shows how strong the site is. The other reason is that we want to be able to get more keywords and keyword phrases such as tree service, hickory, North Carolina, something like what you guys do for your service. So you want to be able to get that in Google. This kind of simulates what a new, client or customer would put into a Google search looking for services that you guys offer. Normally, you'd see ads at the top of this page as you do for most Google searches. I'm not seeing any for this, and it might just be because there's nobody paying for ads for this particular area and for the service. So what we're going to see first in this case is the map section, which is normally the second thing. Top 3 companies are going to show up in these kind of little preview screen here. This is all based on citations, and those are just when you get your business name, address, and phone number all listed into a directory site. And these are sites like Yelp, Yellow Pages, Home Advisor, just to name a few. After the map section, we're going to get to the organic section. The top 10 companies that show up in the results here, or the top 10 pages that show up, will be on the first page. There's 10 results per page, and that's based specifically on the keyword phrase that we entered into that. These don't show up randomly. Google has an algorithm that they kind of use to get these to rank. So if we were ranking this word here, and we'll talk more about that later, but Hickory Tree Service would be number 1. Number 2 would be Yelp, which is a directory site. Number 3 would be Better Business Bureau, which is also a directory. And 4 would be Absolute Tree Care. And we could keep going, but I want to move on here. So I did take your Facebook page and just plug it in to kind of show you. This is a program called Ahrefs, kind of what happens here. So this does look, this is the strength of the page, which is really just Facebook. It's not your page in particular, just because Facebook obviously is so popular and has a ton of people checking it out. So this would be the data for your specific page. And what we're really seeing is there's really nothing coming up. And part of that is because a Facebook page, generally, it just isn't going to compete with like a .com. So I would advise, if you do want to build your brand and bring in more online business, definitely building, a separate site for your page, for your service and your business, probably with a .com would be the best bet because those will rank higher. So I'm going to go ahead and grab one of your competitors, Calvin's Hickory Tree, and they were the top result in the area that came up. So if I put them into Ahrefs, you see that they do have a header up here with home, and that's a way to get some additional keywords in there as well as your business name. If you think of the internet as a popularity contest, whoever has the most votes is going to get the most attention. And this site is going to be views. In this case, it's going to be views and traffic to your site. So 27 referring domains. This just means 27 websites on the internet that have links on them that when you click them will bring the people back to the Hickory Tree Services in this case. So these 27 websites are sending them back 50 links back to their page. They have 208 keywords they can be found for. This is just like what we put into the Google search, tree services, in whatever area. Those are all keywords or keyword phrases, and those what really do drive the visitors to your site. So these 208 keywords are bringing 63 visitors to their site per month. So with you guys right now, you're not really getting any visitors. Imagine getting 60 times that, right? Now you're getting 60 visitors. How many calls would that be? How many of those calls would turn into, estimates, and how many of those would turn into jobs for you guys? And let's just take a look at their keywords. We can actually see where those 60 people are coming from. First thing we see is their business name, which is pretty common. And, they have about, 90 people search this every single month, and they're in the first position, which means they're the first result that shows up. So like we saw in our other search, the top 10 will show up on the first page. Top 10 is going to get you views and, some traffic. Top 5 is what you should shoot for after that. And the top 5 is going to get you a lot more results for that and a lot more visitors to your site. So that's just their name. That's going to be essentially repeat customers referrals where they saw their name somewhere. You want to have that. People are looking for you. Obviously, you should be able to be found. But you also want to bring in customers that would be new customers, so new terms, right? So we'd look at something like tree removal, Hickory, North Carolina, right? So 40 people do search that. And this one, they're number 3, so still top 5, but definitely, they're not top 1, but still top 5, so that's really good. So this one here, this is not a very good term, how to get rid of bagworms, because this is a national thing. And it doesn't imply that if you were looking this up, you're going to hire someone to do it, right? You might just be asking a question. So those are just a few examples for you. All right, so I hope that was informative. What I'd like to do is, we just have some free tips here. I would advise you guys, to have a site built. That is a service that we offer here at Magnet Marketing SEO. And take these free tips, and all we do ask is just for some feedback. So we'll give you a call probably on Monday, and just let us know what you thought of the video. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.